Okay, everyone, I'll talk about ISO 2022 for you. There are a lot of places where ISO is already live and you won't believe it. I'll do the work for you and let you know when it goes live, and everywhere else this year it will be live everywhere. Let's talk about this. First, let me show you this. What does the name ISO 2022 mean? It's a new worldwide standard. Pay for sending money that's getting a lot of attention in business. It helps banks safely and quickly share information with each other. It stands for the International Organization for Standardization. ISO did it. ISO is a private, non-governmental international group that makes rules for things like quality control, taking care of security. If you've ever sent a bank transfer, you may have heard of SWIFT. SWIFT is a different way to text. A lot of it is the same as 22, but there are some important changes, like the data format, the amount of information, and the safety rules. The way SWIFT and 20 put together their files is different. 22 XML is more adaptable and simpler to use. Some central banks and financial officials already require certain systems and programs to use 22. 22, the European Payments Council, on the other hand, wants all SIPOP payments to use 2022 by 2025. People in the US want the Federal Reserve to by 2023. Banks will have to use it. Okay, so what does this mean for net money? ISO 2022 could be a big year for the creation and use of CBDCs because it set an open standard way for financial messages to be sent. This makes sure that all systems are the same and can talk to each other. XRP and other cryptocurrencies that follow ISO 2022 could be used more if they were accepted. Two coins that are part of the ISO 2022 standards body are and Stellar Lumens. Strong has taken advantage of how useful ISO 2022 message is and how it could change the business world. The information also says that some people say ISO has nothing to do with XRP while others say it does. Let's quickly go over what this information is. The smoke was able to escape. Let me play the video when we're done reading these. It has to do with digital money. It talks about the pros too. ISO 2022 creates a standard way for people all over the world to send and receive texts and pay for things. They can be made even better by adding cryptocurrencies, better follow through, make sure you follow the rules. If cryptocurrencies follow ISO norms, they can work with central banks and other financial institutions and follow the law. Besides that, it talks about different things. Some of the things and steps we all kind of know about on the way to general use are Hedera, AID, Quant, Ripple, XLM, and XTC. You can pause and read that on your own if you want to. It does talk about how they are working together to make XRP the most important thing in international banking. They give you a token once. One of the most important features of Ripple's blockchain is on-demand funding, which lets people use their token as a way to settle deals and disputes in almost any country instantly. Just one last thing. Here's more about Ripple and ISO. Let me play this. Pegatani is in charge of paying goods at Ripple. I'd like to talk to her sometime. It's tough to get in touch with some Ripple people, but play anyway. She'll tell you what she thinks. We can help this trend along with ISO and data compliance. This will be the case. Fixed by ISO 2022. ISO 2022 lets people from all over the world share banking information. Because it's open and flexible, it lets different systems work together, which speeds up payment processing and makes it easy to send big amounts of data. It will also make the fight stronger. Ripple has always followed ISO 2022. We were the first people to say that payments should go this way because it's better for everyone. Also, our company has joined the standard body to help shape how payments will work in the future. This brings me back to your point about safety. And by the way, Ripple is also very committed to the highest standards of privacy and safety. And the fact that we have our getting SOC 2 is proof of this. For people who don't know much about SOC 2, this is a great report that lets everyone know how safe a business is. So all of their clients and buyers can trust that service. The people who use Ripple's service will know that we follow the most recent rules for privacy and security. We also got our SOC 2 Type 2 at the same time. A report, we have policies and processes in place for different factors related to system integrity and security. And we've been following them religiously for a while now. Let's break it down. This made me wonder when ISO 2022 would be used all over the world. That's it. Some of this has already taken place, some of it hasn't happened yet. Let's start on March 20, 2023. SWIFT starts the process of cross-better CBPR, and messages will be blank until November 20, 2025, April 20, 2024. The U.S. Clearinghouse for Chips and the Interbank Payment System have already turned to the ISO 2022. Fedwire set to go live on July 14, 2025. The Fedwire Fund Service will switch to ISO in just 1 year. After that, for payments across countries around the world, SWIFT will no longer be able to coexist after November 2025. ISO 2022 will then become the only standard that could really have a big effect on a coin by the end of this year. We hope that November 2025 brings you big PMIs too. All of the major payment market systems must either have adopted ISO 2022 by November or have already done so. In June 2023, there was CHAMPS, the Eurozone Target 2, and SEPA all happened in March 2023. In March 2023, I went to Canada Links also. There are live chats from Hong Kong, and Euro 1 is already on ICE. You can see that many of the world's payment methods have already been changed. Not all of them may be using it yet, or they may not be using it with Bitcoin yet. Don't forget that ISO lets you. Cryptocurrency is part of the letter for payment. Besides that, you have this. In this video, Ripple talks about how CVI Volante partnerships make settlement possible and how they connect RPP, which is used by third-party relationships. So let's look at things like this. Since you don't have any quick ties, I'll play this old movie for you. You know, TEOS, another important link is TEOS or ISO 2022 through a translation layer such as CGI's Intelligent Gateway or Volante's Value Volatile. Let's look at how one payment goes through the whole system. The layer that does the translation first reads the message and gets the information it needs to begin the payment